hardness of water. What is hardness of water? In your 10th class, there is a concept that is hard water, soft water. So what is hard water? What is soft water? The water which gives permanent lather with soap is called soft water. If not, that is hard water. The water which gives permanent lather with soap is called as soft water. If not, it is called as so lather with soap is called as soft water. If not, it is hard water. Lather means foam. Okay. So it doesn't give permanent lather, a small lather. That is called as hard water. Why water gets hardness? Why water has hardness? The concept is called as hardness. The water is called as hard water. Okay. So this hardness of water, the hardness of water is due to the soluble salts soluble salts in water. The hardness of water is due to solubility of salts. So some salts are soluble because water is coming from groundwater we are taking. So that ground contains earth crust. Earth crust contains more different number of salts are present in our earth crust. Those salts, some are soluble in water, some are not soluble in the water. That means some different types of salts are soluble in water. Those salts create hardness to the water. Which salts create hardness to the water? Okay, so those are nothing but, so the salts are one, bicarbonate of calcium and magnesium ions. Bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium ions. Second one, chlorides of calcium and magnesium ions. Third one, that is sulfate of calcium and magnesium ions. Sulfates of calcium. These are the three variety of ions. So bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium, chlorides and sulfates of calcium and magnesium. Chlorides and sulfates. So the salts are bicarbonate. Bicarbonate means HCO3 minus ion. This ion is called as bicarbonate ion. So calcium ion is Ca plus 2 ion. Okay. Now between these two, the formula is CaHCO3 twice. So it is calcium bicarbonate, HCO3 twice. It is calcium bicarbonate. Now HCO3 twice. Magnesium. It is magnesium bicarbonate. It is magnesium bicarbonate. First calcium, first cation, and then anion. That is why calcium CaHCO3 twice, MgHCO3 twice. These two are the bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. Next, chlorides. CaCl2, MgCl2. These are the chlorides of calcium and magnesium. Next, CaSO4, MgSO4. These are the sulfates of calcium and magnesium. That means there are 6 salts. These 6 salts, any one of these 6 salts or all these 6 salts, whenever dissolved in water, that water is nothing but hard water. The hardness of water is due to these 6 salts. So whatever it may be the salt which is dissolved in water that doesn't give permanent lather with soap, that is why that water is considered as hard water. So none of these are present in water that gives soft water. So that gives permanent lather with soap. So what are those salts responsible for hardness to the water? These are bicarbonates, chlorides, and sulfates of calcium and magnesium. Bicarbonates of bicarbonates, chlorides, and sulfates of calcium and magnesium. Total 6 salts are there. These 6 salts create hardness to the water. So whichever it is present, whatever it is present in the water, Among all these six salts, if at least one salt is dissolved in that water, automatically that water is considered as hard water. So none of these six salts is present in the water. That water is considered as soft water. So only hardness of water due to the presence of these six salts only. These six salts only give hardness to the water. So now hardness. What is this hardness? That is salt like calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate. Create hardness to the water end. Create hardness to the water end. Okay. So this hardness is two types. This hardness is two types. Two types of hardness is there. One is temporary hardness, and the second one is permanent hardness. So hardness is two types. That is the temporary hardness or permanent. Second one is permanent hardness. Temporary hardness means that hardness of water is easy to remove by simple boiling technique. Simple boiling technique. By just boiling the water, so that hardness is hard water is converted into soft water. It is easy to convert that hard water into soft water. That is called as a temporary hardness. This temporary hardness due to bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. These two salts, if only these salts are available, that is easy to separate, to convert that hard water into soft water just by removing those bicarbonates. Okay, just by removing those bicarbonates. See here. So due to bicarbonate of calcium and magnesium ions. So bicarbonate creates a temporary hardness. Next, remaining these four gives permanent hardness. These two gives temporary hardness. That is, permanent hardness is due to chloride and sulfate of calcium and magnesium ions. Chloride and sulfates of calcium and magnesium ions that creates permanent hardness. That means it is difficult to remove these ions by simple techniques, by boiling like that. So it is difficult to remove these ions. There are some special techniques are required to remove this hardness. That means so permanent hardness is there. So that means if chloride or sulfates of calcium and magnesium or both of these salts are available, so that hard water is not easy to convert into soft water. That is why the type of hardness is called as permanent hardness. If bicarbonates are only available, it is easy to convert. It is easy to convert the hardness, the hard water into soft water. That is why those are called as temporary hardness. That means hardness means not giving permanently either. That is due to these six salts. These two salts are easy to remove. That means that hardness is easy to convert into soft water. If these salts are not easy to remove, that means these salts create permanent hardness to the water. That means hardness is two types: temporary hardness and permanent hardness. This hardness of water, how much is the hardness is present in the water? The hardness is expressed in terms of ppm, that is in terms of CaCO3. In terms of CaCO3, the extent of hardness see here, the extent of hardness present in The extent of hardness present in hard water is expressed as degree of hardness. And how much extent of hardness is there? The extent of hardness possessed by hard water, the extent of hardness possessed by hard water or present in hard water is expressed as degree of hardness. And degree of hardness. Okay, so this degree of hardness is expressed in terms of CaCO3. So in terms of CaCO3, the extent of hardness is expressed in terms of CaCO3. So, see my dear boys, whatever it may be the chemical, that is calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, whatever it may be the present in the water, all these values are expressed, that is converted, these values are converted in terms of, converted into CaCO3 values. So the value of the CaCO3 values are taken as hardness. And hardness. So that means the CaCO3 corresponding values are only considered as hardness. And what is calcium bicarbonate is there? This much calcium bicarbonate is equal to how much CaCO3? The CaCO3 value is the hardness of water. If this much something value of MgCl2 is there, so convert this MgCl2 value in terms of CaCO3. That CaCO3 value is the hardness of that current. That means hardness value is always expressed in terms of CaCO3. Okay. So in which unit this hardness is expressed? Hardness is expressed in ppm, parts per million, and milligrams per liter. And there are two units to express the hardness of water. So what are those units? That is parts per million or milligram per liter. And 1 parts per million, 1 ppm is equal to 1 milligram per liter. And 1 parts per million is equal to 1 milligram per liter. So parts per million means number of parts of the CaCO3 present in million parts of water. See here, 1 ppm means one ppm means 1 part of CaCO3 1 part of CaCO3 equivalent hardness present in equivalent hardness present in million parts of water. Million parts means 10 power 6 parts of water. And 1 ppm means 1 part of CaCO3. That means 1 gram CaCO3 in million grams of water. 1 kg of CaCO3 in million kg of water. That means million. Million means 10 power 6. 10 power 6 parts of water contains how many parts of CaCO3? That is nothing but 1 ppm. That is nothing but 1 ppm. That is equal to 1 gram CaCO3 in 10 power 6 grams of water. That is the meaning. 1 gram of CaCO3 equivalent hardness in 10 power 6 grams of H2O. In 10 power 6 grams of H2O. That is 1 milligram of CaCO3 equivalent hardness present in 10 power 6 milligrams water. 10 power 6 milligrams water. This 10 power 6 milligrams is nothing but 1 liter. 1 liter of water. And sorry, before going to that, it is 1 kg of water. And 1 kg of water means water density is 1 ra. That is 1 liter of water. And because density of water is equal to 1. That means 1 milligram per liter is nothing but 1 ppm. And 1 milligram per liter is equal to 1 ppm. So if the value you should calculate in milligram per liter, that value automatically numerically equal to ppm. ppm. Milligram per liter or milligram per kg. That is 1 ppm is equal to 1 milligram per kg water or 1 milligram per liter water. So this is the conversion. So into the conversion of units of the hardness of water. If you calculate milligram per kg or milligram per liter, automatically those values are equal to ppm. And the ppm value corresponding to CaCO3 is the hardness of water. Hardness of water. Okay. So how to convert these salt values into CaCO3? That is our stoichiometric calculation. So see here. So our stoichiometric calculation. So my dear boys, so all together, just I am taking at a glance. See here. Our water is coming out from ground level. That is groundwater or sea water, or that is river water, whatever it may be. That is also from ground. In our express, number of salts are available. Some salts are soluble in water, some are not soluble in water. Those salts soluble in water are responsible for hardness. Those salts soluble in water are responsible for hardness. Okay. So what are those salts responsible for hardness? That is nothing but bicarbonate, chloride, sulfate of calcium and magnesium. Total 6 salts. These 6 salts create hardness to the water. These 6 salts create hardness to the water. Among these 6 salts, bicarbonates are easy to remove, but chlorides and sulfates are not easy to remove. That is why bicarbonate creates temporary hardness, chlorides and sulfates create permanent hardness. That means it is difficult to remove those salts. If you remove those salts, then hard water is converted into soft water. Bicarbonates are easy to remove, but chlorides and sulfates are not easy to remove. That means bicarbonate creates temporary hardness, chlorides and sulfates create permanent hardness. Okay, whatever it may be the salt among these 6 salts present, that value is converted into CaCO3. The corresponding CaCO3 values are nothing but hardness of that water. So hardness of water is only with respect to CaCO3. Whatever it may be the bicarbonate, chloride, sulfate, whatever it may be there, or calcium or magnesium, whatever it may be that, all those values you should convert into CaCO3 terms. The value corresponding to CaCO3 terms in ppm is nothing but hardness to the water. Hardness to the water. Okay. So yes, heating generally, but there is theory. That theory is not completely explained here because the same concept is also available in hydrogen and its compounds. There the entire theory we will discuss and how to remove this one. So what are the different techniques? Those are all explained in your hydrogen and its compounds concept, but not here. And here is only calculation part. That is why I'm not explaining the concept here. Okay. Now, how to convert whatever it may be the salt into CaCO3? Just by taking stoichiometric relations. Stoichiometric relations. That means 1 mole of each one we will consider. 1 mole of each one. See here. See here. That is one of those salts here available. That is calcium bicarbonate, CaCO3 twice, MgCO3 twice, MgHCO3 twice, calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, and all these values are expressed in terms of CaCO3 values, and that is why CaCO3. All these are equivalent. That is equivalent. We are taking equivalent cases. Equivalent. That is, consider 1 mole of all these. 1 mole. It is 1 mole. 1 mole. 1 mole. 1 mole. 1 mole means their molecular weight. 1 mole means their molecular weight. So molecular weight of CaCO3 is 100 grams. That is 100 ppm. I am expressing ppm. It is the standard component, reference component. It is the standard compound. Whatever it may be the salt that was converted into this term. Now 1 mole of calcium bicarbonate, calculate its molecular weight. So that is 162. 162 ppm. Next, magnesium bicarbonate. It is 146 is the molecular weight. 146 ppm. CaCl2 triple 111 ppm. 111 ppm. MgCl2 that is 95 and molecular weight 95 ppm. Calcium sulfate it is 136 ppm. Next, magnesium sulfate which is 120 ppm. That means 120 ppm MgSO4 is nothing but 100 ppm CaCl2. 111 CaCl2 is equal to 100 CaCO3. So whatever it was the chemical that was converted into this constant, the corresponding value of the CaCO3 value is taken as hardness to the water. Hardness to the water. So these two salts create temporary hardness to the water. These 4 salts create permanent hardness to the water. Those 4 salts create permanent hardness to the water. Okay. Now I am going to calculate some problems based on this hardness. See, my dear boys, the problem is if a sample of water contains 30 ppm MgSO4, its hardness is dash. Its hardness is dash. See, my dear boys, here the MgSO4 value is given. Convert that MgSO4 value into CaCO3. Convert that MgSO4 value into CaCO3. So we know 100 ppm CaCO3 is equal to, so MgSO4, it is MgSO4, it is 120 ppm MgSO4. Now 30 ppm is given to you. 30 ppm MgSO4 is equal to how much ppm of CaCO3? The corresponding CaCO3 value is nothing but hardness only. Hardness, CaCO3 value is nothing but hardness only. Let it be X. Therefore, X is equal to 100 into 30 by 120. It is 4 times, which is equal to 25 ppm. Nothing but it is hardness only. So now how to calculate hardness of the water? How to calculate hardness of the water? Okay. So hardness of the water is equal to 100 is always fixed. CaCO3 value is always fixed. 100 into given ppm by molecular weight of that chemical. It is a formula. So hardness is calculated. The formula hardness of water is equal to hardness of water is equal to 100 into given ppm by given ppm of salt by gram molecular weight of salt. See here, 100 into given ppm, that is 30 by 1 point is nothing but molecular weight of MgSO4. So molecular weight of salt. It is the formula used to calculate hardness of water. See here, hardness of water is always inversely proportional to molecular weight of solvent. Hardness of water is inversely proportional to. So from this, hardness is inversely proportional to gram molecular weight of salt. The salt whose gram molecular weight is high, the salt whose gram molecular weight is high creates low hardness. Creates low hardness. So, see my dear, which of the following gives more hardness to the water? The question is, which of the following creates more hardness to the water? To the water. Tell me, 1 is this one, 2 is this one, 3 is this one, 4 is this one. Which one creates more hardness to the water among these 4? Its molecular weight is 162, its molecular weight is 146, it is 111, it is 136. Which one has greatest value? It is 162, and this gives least hardness. This gives more hardness. This gives more hardness. What is that chemical? That is, sorry. Among these, that is, what are those values? 1, 2, 3, 4. Among these values, which one has least value? 111. It has the least value. It has the least value means it creates less, that is, more is the molecular weight, less is the hardness. So you want to calculate more hardness means less molecular weight. So this gives more hardness to the water. This gives more hardness to the water. Okay. So see my dear boys, hardness of water is always inversely proportional to gram molecular weight of salt. The answer is, among those 4 values, this gives more hardness, this gives least hardness to the water. Okay, because hardness of water, equal volume of all negative. What is that, my dear boys? Please repost it. I didn't see. I didn't reach. Harshit Reddy or Varshit Reddy, please. Last line. Is this or this one? Which of the following creates more hardness to the water? That is a question. The options are these: 1, 2, 3. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the values are given to you. Okay. So that means hardness is always inversely proportional to gram molecular weight of the salt. Hardness is always inversely proportional to gram molecular weight of the salt. Next, there is one more formula to calculate hardness of the water. That is see here, another formula used to calculate hardness of water, that is degree of hardness. It is also degree of hardness. Degree of hardness is equal to weight of substance by something weight. Gram molecular weight of substance into weight of substance in grams. Weight of substance in grams by gram molecular weight of substance into 10 power 8. It is important. 10 power 8 by weight of water in grams. Weight of water in grams. It is another formula used to calculate hardness of water if weights are given to you. If weights are given to you, it is the formula. So just ppms are given to you, this is the formula. So in both cases, degree of hardness is inversely proportional to gram molecular weight of the chemical end. Degree of hardness is inversely proportional to gram molecular weight of the chemical end. Okay, so this is very, very important, my dear boys. So degree of hardness. Now I am calculating the problem. So try one problem here. See here, there is a problem. Now please note down the points. Please note down the points. So these values are very, very important to calculate hardness of water. Some problems we will discuss. some problems we will discuss, that is a 10,000 liter problem any a 10,000 liter of water sample, a 10,000 liter of water sample, a big water tank, a big water tank is boiled as degree of hardness as degree of hardness 200 ppm, as degree of hardness 200 ppm. How many kg of MgSO4 present in each? Try to use the formula. How many kg? 240. Wrong, my dear boy. What is the formula to calculate this one? So degree of hardness is equal to weight of substance in grams by, yes, correct. Bashwant, correct. What is that formula? Degree of hardness is equal to weight of substance in grams by gram molecular weight into 10 power 8 by weight of water in grams. Weight of water in grams. So degree of hardness is given as 200 ppm and 200 ppm. That is equal to 200 is equal to weight of substance. You should calculate it. Weight by gram molecular weight of, which one is there? MgSO4. MgSO4 molecular weight is 120 into 10 power 8 by weight of water in grams. So liters for water, liter is equal to kg, and for water liter is equal to kg. It is 1000 kg. That is 10 power 4 into 10 power 3 grams and 10 power 4 into 10 power 3 grams. Now, what is the weight? So that is that weight in grams, and we will get that weight in grams. We will get it. That is, so 10 power 4, 10 power 7. It is a 10 and it. So this one cancels. That is 2400 grams weight we will get in. So that is the weight is equal to 2.4 kg. 2.4 kg. This is the way to calculate the problems. Very, very important in hardness of water. Hardness of water. So if you know the two formulae, easy to calculate it. Easy to calculate. Now there is a problem. See here. Hundred kg of water sample contains 100 kg of water sample contains 6 grams MgSO4, 6 grams MgSO4, 16.2 grams 16.2 grams calcium bicarbonate, 13.6 grams CaSO4, full stop. Calculate its temporary hardness and permanent hardness. Calculate its temporary hardness and permanent hardness. So 100 grams, 100 kg water sample contains. So calculate individual hardnesses and three different steps. So temporary hardness and permanent hardness. And so here, that is, the degree of hardness is equal to weight in grams by gram molecular weight into 10 power weight by weight of water in grams. It is the formula. Now first one. So for MgSO4, so degree of hardness is equal to weight 6 by MgSO4 molecular weight. How much it is? 162 na? MgSO4. Its molecular weight is how much? MgSO4 it is 120 into 10 power 8 by weight of water in grams. It is 100 kg, 100 into 10 power 3 grams. 100 into 10 power 3 grams. Okay. Now how much is the value? MgSO4. So is this clear? How much it is? 10 power 5. I think it is 50. It is 50 ppm. Yes, 50 ppm Pawan. Karch. Rohan. Next chemical. What is that? CaHCO3 twice. Second one. CaHCO3 twice. Degree of hardness is equal to. How much is the weight? 16.2 by molecular weight of calcium bicarbonate. Molecular weight of calcium bicarbonate. How much it is? 162 into 10 power 8 by 10 power 5. And its value is 100. Yes. 100 ppm. Next, third case. What is that? Calcium sulfate. CaSO4. Degree of hardness is equal to weight 13.6 by. So how much is the molecular weight? That is 136 into 10 power 8 by 10 power 5, which is equal to 100 ppm. 100 ppm. Now how much is the temporary hardness and permanent hardness? Temporary hardness to the bicarbonate. That means this is a temporary hardness. So temporary hardness is 100 ppm. Now this one and this one creates permanent hardness. Therefore permanent hardness is equal to 150 ppm. Permanent hardness 100 plus that 50, that is total 150 ppm is the permanent hardness.